South African businesses have found a captive audience in the UAE. Everything from food to financial services and some local hospital groups all have operations in that country. Our business reporter, Kopano Gumbi, is at the Expo 2020 in Dubai. She joins us live now. Kopano, good morning to you. So the market seems open for South African businesses there. Just how successful have these businesses been?
Absolutely, Polly. That is seemingly the case here in the UAE. As you mentioned in your intro now, we were talking about food. We've spoken a lot about food, in fact, just yesterday as well. We've crisscrossed some parts of Dubai, looking at the various stores that stock purely South African goods. A very successful grocery chain is opened here called Hyperama, and they are stocking South African goods. But it swings both ways. That, in fact, there are South African goods that are here and exclusively here, but there are also companies from the UAE that are very interested in what we provide. There is a business called Lulu, in fact, hypermarkets. They're one of the largest grocery chains in the UAE, and they have a very big interest in what South African products can give to their audiences especially, and we'll be speaking to the CEO of that business just a little bit later this morning or this afternoon our time to get a sense of why the interest, what is so spectacular about South African goods and why they want more and more of that brought into their country. Now, the UAE and South Africa have been trading partners for quite a while. They have quite a significant amount of money that goes between the two countries. About 44 billion rand in trade between our two countries was registered just last year. So there is a lot of room and there is a lot of money available to bring in different products, agri-products. We are in a desert, and so agricultural goods and food seem to be the most interesting for this UAE audience. And as I mentioned, we're going to be speaking to the CEO of the Lulu Group, who's going to give us more about what it is that was so attractive about South African products, why they went out of their way to come to South Africa, find our goods, and put them in these local supermarkets across the UAE. Fully.
Kopano, the next time we talk, prepare yourself, because I'm going to ask you the question around water. You have just sparked an interesting question. We have water problems in the country, as you will know. So Dubai is a desert, but do they suffer water cuts at any point? We're going to talk about that when I talk to Kopano next.